game. Typically not what you find before a Vandy football game, but the fans remember that's for sure, and you know the players do too.
All right, both kicking units break the huddle. Vanderbilt to receive, Georgia to kick. Dogs in red tops, silver breeches, red helmets. Vanderbilt in gold pants, white shirts, and gold helmets. And it is Andre Howell back deep in the end zone. And remember last year, he returned one for a touchdown of 96 yards. That was one of their special teams scores last year. Andre Howell, he's a cornerback. And he stands about 2 yards deep in the end zone. It'll be Marshall Morgan, the freshman from Fort Lauderdale, walking it off to get ready to kick it away for Georgia. He's got the ball teed up on the 35 on the near hash. Georgia kicks from west to east, from left to right here at Sanford Stadium as Morgan approaches. And he puts his foot into one, and we are underway. A long, deep, high end-over-end kick taken by Hal out of the end zone, straight ahead. Now between the hash marks, he veers right and will go down at the 14-yard line, as the tackle was made by Connor Norman, the redshirt sophomore. Second and goal from the 4.
Commodores there played a little red zone cover 2, kept a couple of linebackers inside. I think with our formation, we expected just one linebacker to be in the middle.
Quick snap, Gurley, big hole left side. He plows his way in. Did he get in? Yes! Touchdown, Todd Gurley.
Boy, what a great series there for the Georgia Bulldogs. And Todd Gurley running the football exceptionally hard, breaking tackles, ran through a couple of people and ran over a Commodore to find the end zone there.
Todd Gurley with his 5th rushing touchdown, his 6th score of the year. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. And here's Marshall Morgan for the point after try with Adam Erickson to hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and Georgia leads it 7-0. 9:54 to go, first quarter. Dogs strike first against the Commodores. Back for more Bulldog football after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
A lot of running room there for Keith Marshall. That time the door stayed in that 2-safety high look. Marshall able to get out on the edge.
There's Marshall again, the other side. Breaks through a tackle at the 40, at the 30, needs a block. 20, 10, 15. Touchdown! I think I had him going backwards there. But he scored. Make no mistake. Keith Marshall. 53 yards on the touchdown run by the other freshman back. Like double-barreled in the backfield, Z.
Boy, that we are like a bullet. He made his way up to the second level. Nobody was there to touch him. He split the 2 safeties. No one could even get close to him.
Marshall Morgan, the point after try. The snap is high, gets away from Erickson. Morgan picks it up and throws it. It's a live ball. Commodores pick it up, and we tackle them. It's still loose. I think the whistle blew. They lateral it forward. They've got a guy running down to the left end. There's a flag on the field. I thought I heard a whistle when it was down initially. And now the officials are going to huddle up, but they had a forward lateral on as the ball was scrambling all over the place. That touchdown was brought to you by Southwest Airlines.
The ruling on the field is that the kicker threw an incomplete forward pass. Therefore, the play was dead at the incomplete spot. The extra point is no good.
All right, the Dogs missed the extra point. They never got to kick it. The snap was bad. 13-0 is the score. Georgia leading Vanderbilt here first quarter, 2:20 to go. Timeout. Back in a moment. Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
The first down marker.
I formation, Marshall the tail, play fake, we throw, it's caught, and into the end zone, touchdown, Tavares King. He caught it at the 1, and when they tried to spin him down on the tackle, he broke the plane. Tavares King with the score on the 22-yard strike from Murray.
Nice little pitch and catch there from Aaron Murray to Tavares King. Commodores played a quarter look. We took that inside safety out with an in route, and then it was one-on-one for Tavares. Nice little post route. Aaron Murray stuck that ball right between the 1 and the 2.
Point after try is good. Did that nick the upright? No, goodness gracious. But it went through. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. The Dogs push the lead up to 20-0. 12:34 to go in the first half. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.
Tavares King. What looks like just a simple, quick game. Pretty difficult out of gun. Aaron Murray does a great job of catching that football, finding the laces, and getting it out.
Quarterback sneak, Aaron Murray, touchdown! Mike Bobo, the coordinator next door to us, said, boom! And that's what the Dogs are saying, as it's 26-0. Murray with the quarterback keeper pushes his way in right behind his center. Andrews and the guards, Lee and Burnett, and just surges his way into the end zone for the score. A 96-yard drive by the Bulldogs. That touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Here's the point after try by Marshall Morgan. The snap, the hold are good, and the kick is high, end over end, and good as he splits the pipes. It's 27-0. Georgia leading Vanderbilt. 5:17 to go. Second quarter. Timeout in Athens. Back for more Bulldog football between the hedges after this on the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG. So 3rd and goal from the 5 now, working from the far hash. Murray looks right, throws left. There's Marlon Brown. Touchdown! Backing across the goal line, Marlon Brown reached those long arms out, caught the ball, brought it into his body, and put 6 more on the scoreboard.
For the arm strength of Aaron Murray, just something else. That pass, not very long, but having to go all the way across the field in the tight area of the zone. His initial look was right. Immediately he snapped his head back to the left to find Marlon Brown and just threw a bullet.
A touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. The point after attempt, good by Marshall Morgan. Dogs tack on 7 more. It's Georgia 34 and the Commodores 3 with 9:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. Timeout on the field here in Athens. Back in a moment on the Bulldog Sports Network from IMG. Leading by a bunch. Here's Murray to pass after the play fake. There's Marlon Brown. He makes the catch in Commodore territory. He's running away from the back. 15, 10, 5, tripped up from behind just barely and down to the 2. Trey Wilson just got a piece of him. Marlon Brown caught it between the hash marks, ran through traffic, and almost ran it out of the stadium.
Boy, where on earth did that speed come from? First of all, great job on his route. That was a middle seam route that he had to break off, run more like an end because of a single safety. He got it and then turned the Jets on.
58 yards on the pass play. We give it to Marshall, trying to go off right tackle, and he's going to be stopped at the 2, perhaps. Oh boy, that pass play from Murray to Marlon Brown that went 59 yards. That's a Comcast triple play contender. Down on the 2. It's 2nd and goal now for Georgia. Quick strike leading it 34-3. Clock moving at 6:12 here in the 3rd quarter. Everybody in tight for Georgia. They go jumbo. Handoff. Marshall. He jumbos right through there. Can he get into the end zone? He's pushed in. Yeah! Touchdown! Keith Marshall with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the offensive line got that one. Marshall just went for a ride.
Boy, did they ever. That's just force of will right there, saying we're stronger than you are. We're going to push you into the end zone. That a little pull as well from the offensive line.
The linemen were pulling. Merritt Hall was pushing, and Marshall gets the 6. And here's the point after try by Marshall Morgan, and that one is good. It's 41-3. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Dogs clobbering the Commodores tonight. 41-3. And let's check in with Cabell Philpott now in our Bulldog IMG Network studios for this Charter on Demand scoreboard update. Cabell?
On Arkansas. And I think right before that big bomb that set up that touchdown, I heard somebody in the background say, we're going for it all. Tell me that wasn't Hondo.
It was.
Man, what a prognosticator.
We've got these guys figured out. Game 4. Dog fans, don't forget to join us tomorrow morning from 10 to noon live for the Bulldog Brunch. It's at the Hilltop Grill in Athens. You can join Jeff Dantzler and Kevin Butler as they'll break down all the action from tonight's game. There'll be a lot of breaking down to do as the Dogs are racking up the yards and racking up the points to go with it. Over 40 for the 4th consecutive game. Let's go down to the sidelines and Chuck Dowdle for Cook's Pest Control Report. Chuck?
Well, Scott, I'm just saying, we've been showing a lot of love to that offensive line tonight, but think back to March. In March, Coach Rick Coach Friend, they were concerned about that offensive line. They were scratching their heads wondering, are we going to be all right up there? Well, I think we've got our answer. They're going to be just fine, thank you.
It looks like it. So Kerry Spear will kick it with the ball being spotted on the 36-yard line. The kick from left to right. A 46-yard attempt here from the far hash. There's the snap and the hold. The kick is away, end over end, and it is no good. Off to the left. Dawgs defense holds again, and that 15-yard penalty may have cost the Commodores 3, although at this point it looks like a mere drop in the bucket at 41-3 with 1:47 to go in the third quarter. Let's go down to the sidelines. Chuck Dowdle's our man for this Cook's Pest Control sideline report. Chuck?
Well, the stop's the good news. The bad news is they've taken Avery Jones into the locker room on crutches. It looks like it was his left ankle, but they're probably going in to examine that now. I'm going to try to get an update. In fact, I'll get one right now, maybe.
John Jenkins is back. He's in the game.
Okay, John Jenkins is back. He's in the game.
Avery is left ankle, and he's out for now.
Okay, and Avery left ankle out for now.
All right, Chuck, thanks very much. Gurley with a big hole as he runs to the near side. Broke a tackle at the 40. Just got tripped up at the 45. Running right to left. Did he get to midfield? Just across the midfield stripe at the Commodore 49-yard line. Eddie Foster makes the tackle. 22-yard pickup for Todd Gurley.
And Dallas Lee may be the star of the game tonight. Another fantastic seal block, giving Gurley just enough room to break that one open.
From the Commodore 49, it's 1st and 10. Georgia leading it 41-3. Murray works under center, play fake in the pocket, steps up to avoid the rush, rolls to his right, throws back across his body. It's caught. Marlon Brown between the hashes at the Commodore 30-yard line. A gain of 19 as he's stopped by Javon Marshall.
Well, Aaron Murray's going to get talked to in the meetings tomorrow about not doing that. But when you're as hot as he is tonight, you can get away with it. Again, great arm strength going against his body, against the grain, back into the middle of the field to find Marlon Brown.
From the Commodore 29, Dogs on the move again, 1st and 10. Handed off to Gurley. Head of steam, breaks through the tackle at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. He shreds another gold jerk and into the end zone. Touchdown.
I don't even know what you say about that. That is just amazing running by that young man. Breaking tackles, running through a couple of arm tackles. Somehow he keeps his balance. Finds pay dirt again.
It's 47-3. Gurley holding it high and tight in his left arm as he crossed the goal line. He just muscled a guy and tried to tackle him up around the shoulders. He just muscled him right to the turf.
You better run through him or you're not going to bring him down.
A Georgia touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. The point after try is good. It's 48-3 as Marshall Morgan converts. One of the Commodore players lost his helmet on the extra point try. 46 seconds remain in the third quarter. And the Dogs are taking the Commodores out behind the woodshed.
Boy, are they ever.
Hilltop Grill, the place to be tomorrow for the Bulldog Brunch, 10 to noon right here on the Bulldog Sports Network. Commodores 1st and goal from the Bulldog 3. They line up with Rogers under center. He rolls out, bootlegs to the right, looking for running room. Herrera's chasing him. He's going to dive and get the ball inside the pylon in the far corner for a touchdown. Rogers with the touchdown run. He just barely got in there. Marlo Herrera was giving him chase on the far side of the field. He actually knocked the pylon down with the ball. And they get their first touchdown of the night to make it 48-9. And here's a point after try by Kerry Spear.
Boy, it looked like he fumbled that football.
Well, they're going to review it. You may be right.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
Looks like he fumbled the football. It slipped. It just popped out of his hand, I think, before he crossed the goal line, and then fumbled it out of bounds.
Well, they're going to take a look at it. We'll see what the replays look like. We're not getting one yet. I'd like to take a second look at it myself. While we're doing that, we'll tell you about the in-game recap brought to you by Regions Bank. And the Bulldogs on the night have gotten better as the evening has gone point-wise. We scored 13 in the first quarter, 14 in the second, led 27-3 at half, and then 21 points in the third quarter, leading at 48-9 right now. We'll see. They may overrule it, as you're hearing the reaction as the replay is shown on the big video board. Aaron Murray out of the game now, getting a rest after an 18-for-24 performance, 250 yards, 2 touchdown throws, and another touchdown running. Todd Gurley over 100 yards, 130 for the freshman, 2 touchdowns. Keith Marshall 82 yards rushing on 10 carries and 2 touchdowns. Marlon Brown over 100 yards for the second time this season, 5 for 114. He's got a touchdown catch. Tavares King has one as well. It has been a dominating performance on both sides of the ball for Georgia tonight.
Yeah, Scott, and I think these points are going to come off the board. Not really a great angle, but the angles that we've got that look to be the best. It looks like that ball popped out of his hand, fumbled out of the end zone, would be a touchback. Offense would get the football. The Georgia offense right now is on the ready.
The ruling is that the ball carrier lost control of the ball prior to crossing the goal line. There was a fumble that went into the end zone and out of the end zone. The result of the play is a touchback. Georgia's football, 1st and 10 from the 20.
There you go, Hubert Owens, our referee, with the explanation. Steve Landis is our review official up here in the booth, and that's how they saw it. So the Dogs, final snap of the game. LeMay takes the snap, takes the knee. That's the ball game. Final 14 seconds will tick away, and Georgia has squashed Vanderbilt in impressive fashion. Your final tonight, 48-3. Where do you start to wrap this one up? An offensive performance that was off the charts again. Over 500 total yards of offense and defense that smothered Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they really did. Right from the opening gun, we talked about getting off to a fast start. We did that. We talked about winning and dominating in the running game. Absolutely did that. Both us running the football and shutting down Zach Stacy in this Commodore rushing attack. Did that as well, and then forced the Commodores, where they struggled all year long in third down situations. Another night of struggles for the Doors on third down as the Dogs dominated every facet of this football game.
Georgia wins it impressively, 48-3 over Vanderbilt. The Dogs are now 4-0. The Commodores drop to 1-3. Tennessee's in the house next Saturday at 3:30. Stay tuned now for the AT&T call of the game. That's coming up next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network from IMG.